Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm. Today I'm talking to one of the hottest independent wrestlers on the scene right now. He's done so many things. He's wrestled so many people, and this man is sponsored and powered by G Fuel. It's Vinny Pacifico, man. How are you, dog?
Malcolm, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm feeling really good. Today's been a good day so far. Hit the gym, did my cardio, got my meals in, and just pushing forward. How about you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing great. I mean, it was arm day, so I'm chilling. Life's
There we go.
great. Yeah, it's not legs. Legs, then you feel a little bad about yourself. You're like, dang, yeah, I'm not as strong as I thought it was, but I'm
Yep,
chilling.
yep,
It's good, man. I'm so happy. Like you've done so many like big podcasts. Like I've seen you being interviewed by Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful and WrestleZone, even on Kurt Angle's podcast. I'm glad you like warmed up with those guys for the big leagues now here at Muscle Memory. So
there
good
we
job on
go.
you taking your time. Elevate yourself upwards because Kurt's new in the business. He doesn't understand it, but one day that kid will, make himself into a star. But dude, I mean, you've done so much on independent scene. I want to talk about some of your favorite matches you've done because you
Cool.
wrestled so many big names. In your opinion, if you can make a top five of your matches right now, what would they be?
I appreciate the compliment, by the way. Top five matches. I gotta say, Rocky Romero is somebody who is hands down probably one of the best wrestlers in the business. We wrestled, and after the match, I was just so appalled by how amazing he is. That's one of my favorite ones, probably number one. I also love wrestling EC3. He's somebody who is very, very good. He is somebody underrated as heck, very underrated. Uh, Matt Seidel is another one I had that was really, really fun. He is where he is for a reason. He's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. High flyers. He's just incredible and a great person too. All these people are great people too. That's very important to me. When you wrestle somebody who's a really good wrestler, they most of the time are good people, which is great. I could also say that Cheeseburger, he trained me, yes, but he's also a phenomenal wrestler, and we've had some amazing matches. And we had a match Saturday. It was a 16-minute match, and in my head, I was like, I kind of wish we had longer time, because it was just such a good match, and it was just everything flowed so perfectly, and it was just such a good story we told, and it was really, really fun. And last but not least, another match that I really, really enjoyed was against Goldie at New Japan. Goldie is pretty new, fairly new, trained by the Monster Factory, and I was pleasantly surprised to see him wrestling him, and I wasn't sure what to expect, and I could say that he's a very talented individual, and Danny Cage trains him. Danny Cage had a hand in my career as well, and I could say that Danny Cage did the right thing. That kid's really good. Well, he's my age, but he's really, really good, and he's very talented, and I'm very stoked to see what he does next.
There's so much going on in your career, man. I feel like you've been wrestling for about 8 years, correct? Give or
Yeah,
take. Give or take,
eight to
yeah,
ten.
man.
Yeah,
Wow, that's I don't know if anyone has done that's watching has done anything for 8 to 10 years in their life, but that sounds very difficult. So kudos to you for staying in the
mm-hmm.
business this long because it hurts. I trained for 6 months, hated it.
Wow.
Now I do interviews because it's easier on the body. But like,
Here we go.
what's like your schedule every day being an independent wrestler? Like what's like the trials and tribulations of being a wrestler? Because I'm sure it hurts every day.
So I'll tell you this: I started at 14 years old, doing this 8 to 10 years. Starting that young gave me some advantage. I did miss a lot of funerals, weddings, birthday parties. Because I was always on the road, always traveling. Even at that young age, I was still going hitting the ropes. I wanted to learn, get better. Um, Over the years, you become your own talent. You leave the school, you leave your hometown a lot, you travel a lot, and that's when things really got picked up for me. Yeah, so I'll tell you this now. So now, I try my best to meal prep as much as possible. Wake up in the morning, meal prep, go to work. I work as my side job is I am a bus driver for mentally challenged children. So I'm very blessed with the schedule that we only work 3 or 4 hours a day. So I'll do that. I'll wake up at 6 a.m., meal prep for an hour and a half, go do my route, come back, go to the gym, go back. After the gym, I'll either do a podcast or some content or media, whatever I can do, or inquiries, answer emails, go back to work at either the evening shift. After the evening shift, eat my next meal, maybe a second workout, and then that's it. I stay home, make more dinner, hang out with my wife, and or just do more work. Media, content, inquiries, emails. And I also like to do walks at night. I love night walks. Those are very important to me because I love getting fresh air. Uh, So that's the fun thing. The hard stuff is always the 2 days in the gym. That's something I try to always do. Because it's always, if I have extra time, I'm gonna do the gym or do wrestling practice.
Yeah.
Pain wise, yes, we are in pain pretty often. I am lucky that I have really good physical therapists, so I go when I can and get adjusted, cupping, needling, and I feel really good. I'm very lucky that. So yeah, I'll say his name, Ivan Candelaria. If you're a wrestler watching this and you live in the Northeast area, give him a visit. He's one of the best physical therapists in the world. He gets me. I have like a little shoulder problem, cut me, did all the stuff on me. Next day was gone. And he's like just a little shoulder soreness, but like he's just phenomenal. Within minutes, he's fixing you up. He also does a lot of NFL players. So I'm sitting there. Mohamed Sanu?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there getting my massage or getting cupping, and this guy next to me. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so cool, Really cool to see other athletes walking in who are NBA, NFL. It's phenomenal. And so that's why it's also good to be around people like that, because then you're motivated to work harder. It's not only PT. You have a gym. He trains you in like explosiveness and running. I was a quarterback, so like I love that shit. So that's why I really love that place to be in.
I can see you give me quarterback energy. I can tell.
Do I really?
Yeah, some value personality. I can't put a needle in it yet, but I think we'll get to it at some point. But I can see
I like that.
You give me quarterback energy. They're very Tom Brady like.
That's the best compliment I ever had in my life. Oh my God. I love Brady. I think he's my favorite player of all time. He's somebody who I did a book report in school on him every single year. But he has to do the autobiographies. I did them on him every year. He's amazing, and he's just so inspirational.
Amazing, man. I know you're a big Kurt Angle fan. You mentioned that when you were talking to him because you're a big star. You talk to the big names. What did like Kurt Angle like? What about Kurt Angle made you such a big fan of him? Was his wrestling career, his previous like amateur wrestling, Olympic career, or maybe what he did between WWE and TNA?
I'm very okay. So this is great. Good question. Love this question. He is a phenomenal wrestler. Like him and Brian Danielson, favorite wrestlers of all time. And being that they're such great wrestlers that their characters are also so good that it just meshes so well. And it just is like a full package you get when you see Kurt Angle. Right? So, for example, you could put Kurt Angle in any situation backstage, and he will make it funny or make something out of it that's special. That's something that I've gotten better at, making moments out of nothing. Side note, if you see my I do these promos every single week or content with energy drinks, that's making content out of nothing. I literally think of ideas to make fun content out of, or fun series of promos out of, and it's content that just comes out of thin air. And that's something that Kurt Angle and certain guys could really do. But yeah, no, he's amazing. He's jacked. He's funny. He could be serious. He could cut a great promo. He could do crazy things in the ring. I love Kurt. And also, my mom loves him too. She's like obsessed with him, and it's so funny. She has all of his figures in her room, which is funny and maybe weird, but it's funny.
That's amazing. Your mom's a fan of wrestling too. Like I feel like my family kind of like they like it, but more because like I like it. So it's very interesting to see that family's also interested.
My grandma is the biggest fan. Like she believes it full force. She loves only the faces. She can't stand any of the. She'll call me. I can't stand Triple H and Stephanie and the Authority. What are they doing to this guy? They should have to be illegal. And I'm like, Grandma. She has a wreath.
Yeah.
A wrestling wreath.
Yeah.
It's so sick. It's like she's a huge diehard fan, and she comes to my shows and she has fun. It's funny. It's great.
That's hilarious. My grandma is like the number one CM Punk fan. No matter what this man does
my God.
or says, she is Team CM Punk through and through. Like he could do anything in the world. She is on his side. He can do no wrong in her eyes. So I
love it. CM Punk's the man. With all the stuff going on, CM Punk, if someone could get that much emotion out of the audience, they're doing something right.
Yeah, of course. Of course, man. You're a New York guy, correct? From New York?
I'm New York, yes.
So like obviously there's a big guy right now that's current world champion MJF. What's your thoughts on like seeing him like rise out of like that Northeast independent scene into like the star that he is now?
Inspiring. Growing up, I was seeing him a lot. Inspiring. That's all I could say is he's somebody who makes me believe, and this inspires me. Like he's a great example of hard work, dedication, and making things happen. He's incredible, and I'm very happy for everything he's doing, and he's killing it. And it's great to see.
Course, man. I feel like you're also one of those guys that's going to rise out that Northeast independent rank and really make yourself on television because there's this area is like very saturated in pro wrestling. Not to say anything wrong with that. Love pro wrestling, but there's so many guys between New York down to like Virginia that are pro wrestlers that people have never heard of, and there's only a few that really break out, really get to that point. In your opinion, what does it take to break out of like such a saturated scene like the Northeast independent wrestling scene?
So I wrestle up here a lot, but I also catch myself wrestling everywhere else as well. I'm on the West Coast a lot, Northwest a lot. I love the Northwest scene so much. Texas is huge. So my opinion would be get out of your home area as much as possible, no matter where it is. If you're in New York or in New Jersey or Rhode Island or up the Northeast, you're blessed. We are lucky because we have so much wrestling around us. We are always busy. But I took it upon myself to get out as fast. And I mean, obviously wrestling over is awesome. I love doing it, but wrestling as much as you can, other places, Florida, North Carolina is saturated with wrestling. North Carolina is everything. Texas is, I had a weekend in Texas that had 8 shows within 2 miles, going on at once. Canada, California, Canada is even a place that I love to work. Get out of your home area, wherever you are. If you're Northwest, West Coast, wrestle in your home area and do good there, but do what you can to get out and branch out and, make yourself known elsewhere. That's something that I really was working hard at for 2018, 19, and 20. I was getting out of my home state, home area, because like, again, New York, there's some wrestling, but I wrestle mostly, it would be Connecticut, Rhode Island, PA, New Jersey, upstate New York. Then there's Delaware, Maryland, then there's North Carolina, and then there's, that's what we all have that in our area. Yeah. So that's what I consider, like, even getting out of that and going farther along into like Ohio. Ohio is a great place. I had a lot in Ohio, and that's helped me out a lot too, because the talent there is very good too. So you could also grow that way by learning from the talent in other places. So these are things that I really learned. Yeah, I think that's my best advice is, get out of your work, wrestle in your home area, enjoy your home area, and love your home area and appreciate it, and give back to your home area. But when you can, when opportunity arises, get out of your home area and wrestle other places and try and learn other styles. Like I say, in Northwest, I salivate going to the Northwest. The fans are amazing. The talent is incredible. I have yet to wrestle somebody in the Northwest that's not a good talent. And the students want to learn. I had a match recently with a newer wrestler. He's a year in, and we went outside. He was picking my brain. We talked for like 2 hours. I was telling him all these advice and all these things, and he was great to listen to, great to talk to. He wanted to learn from me, and it was really cool to just give back and just give him all this advice that I knew or experience that I had. So, give back wherever you go, and give back to your home area, and try and help elevate everyone around you, I believe. Like I said, Northwest, the scenes is incredible. You got Defy, you got Whack, you got SOS, you got DOA, which is one of my personal favorites. It's like a family over there. Then you got Prestige, and then you got California with West Coast Pro, who's amazing. You have all these places that are just Hood Slam, that are just so amazing, and they're family. They're good people that want to all grow together. That's so important with wrestling, So that's what I believe. That's my advice to someone who wants to get out of their home area and become something, is just get everything you can. Go for it all. In my opinion, like of course. I went such a different route. I could have went to the UK for 3 months and did stuff there and whatever. Or there's a million different routes you could go. And I went some really good routes. I did some 5 show work weeks, 4 show work weeks, 2 shows a night sometimes. But it's getting other things as well. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but other things as well. Like I got signed by Bang Energy. That's something that really brought eyes onto me outside wrestling and inside wrestling. Right? Like I had so many people. I had all the podcasts reaching out to me. How do you do this Bang sponsorship? Like you have this character. At the time, I was only doing the. I don't call it a character. I call it a character, but it's really who I am. I'm this energy drink stuff is me. That's what I do. I'm energetic, as you could see. And 6-7 months after that, the promos and the character work with the energy drinks, Bang signed me. And then that's when I knew like the shit's real. And then later on, Bang had their thing go on with their lawsuit. 3 days later, G Fuel signed me. 3 days. So it's like now I feel I'm creating an empire, within the wrestling world and outside the wrestling world.
You are.
And G Fuel and I are discussing more things deeper into like other deals and stuff, and just like merchandise and whatever there is. I did a commercial for Champion Clothing with G Fuel, so there's just so much opportunities out there if you bet on yourself and you create something that's different.
Yeah, man, like you're definitely, I feel like with the whole G Fuel and Bang Energy and just energy drinks in general, that really made you like stand out from the independent scene. Actually, not recently, a few years ago, I asked Lee Rush basically the same question of like, how do you grow outside of just like the Maryland independent scene or Northeast, etc.
Mhm.
He gave pretty much the same answer you gave as well, of like just trying to find your way just out, like go somewhere else, do something different, because you don't get locked into that scene because it is very oversaturated. And there's a lot of talent that are very good that don't ever see television because there's just too many to pick from. But even moving into that, like you tweeted out a graphic recently, I believe it's like last week, you're going to Japan. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. What information can we know about your time going to Japan? Because it's coming up very soon.
So this is a company ran by Taka Michinoku. He is somebody who I looked up to, and I love his work, and who doesn't, I'm very excited to go out there. I'm going out there for like 4 or 5 days. I'm just going to soak it all in. I'm gonna go. I think I have a couple shows, but a couple matches. But I'm gonna try to. I have a couple matches, yes, but I'm gonna try to take a day or two to train. Yeah. I'm gonna find out the schedule they have, the training when I land my flight, and I'm gonna go right from what my plan to do is sleep on the way there, so I'm well rested. Get up and train when I get there.
Oh yeah.
And then I want to maybe go to a Japanese restaurant, maybe get some ramen out there because I love Japanese food. And then I got the shows, then I have the events that I'm working, and then I come back before New Year's, and that's the plan. I'm excited. It's like 5-6 days I'm out there for. I'm excited, and I'm ready to create new opportunities and have fun. It's Japan is beautiful. Japan, the country's beautiful, but the wrestling and the love and the passion they have for wrestling is just a beautiful thing. Like I did New Japan earlier this year, and even though New Japan that I did a New Japan show in Philadelphia. Even though it was in Philly, I felt the passion and the emotion of the fans from Japan through social media, yes, and online, but they were paying attention. You know what I mean? So it's really cool how involved those fans are. The fans from Japan, they care and they watch and they also engage. Some shows you do, you'll do the show, but the fans they're watching and the fans at IWTV or wherever it's streaming are watching, but in Japan, like thousands upon thousands of people are watching. My phone, when I came backstage, my phone was blown up. And it was like, about to send it, So that just really shows you how much the fans care. And I love that. I care a lot about wrestling. I care a lot about this. As you probably see, it's like, I do as much as I can to get better and grow. But I think the Japan passion resonates with me. I'm very excited.
If you could pick like 5 of your favorite energy drinks, which one would they be?
Brands or flavors?
Let's go brands.
Ooh.
I know G Fuel's at the top. I already know.
Yes.
G Fuel's number 1. I get that.
Yeah, G Fuel obviously number 1.
Number 1.
That's it. Yeah. Number 2 would have to be the G Fuel Energy Formula. Then I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Sports drinks. How's that?
Sports drinks.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I like the 2 energy drinks. Number 1, G Fuel and the G Fuel Energy Formula powder. Then I could say I like Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gatorade's really good.
Yeah.
I like sports drinks. I like Unbreakable. You lift. Unbreakable, Berry, Acai, BCAAs.
Yep.
Those hit different.
You do.
And I can say this. This is like a pre-workout. Chris Bumstead's.
Yeah.
Chris Bumstead's Secret Stuff.
Okay.
Christopher's Secret Stuff. Have you heard of that?
Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's phenomenal.
I just wasn't expecting you to say that. That's cool. Holy crap.
I just had it. So
Yeah.
So I go to the gym and I had it. I bought one for cheeseburger.
Yeah.
He liked it a lot too. And I bought the whole tub of it. So I'm like, this is so good. There's no flavor profile.
Yeah.
There's no flavor on it at all, which is crazy because you have to guess.
Yeah.
But it's very good. And I love that. Yesterday was leg day, and I could say I fairly crushed it.
That's crazy, man. I was not expecting to say that. That was a dark horse. I like that.
Big fan of Chris Bumstead. I think he's incredible. I think he's very inspirational, and he's just great.
Oh yeah, man. If someone, as we start to wrap this up, if someone hasn't watched a Vinny Pacifico match, what can they expect when they're clicking to watch?
Everything. Emotion, submissions, crazy pins, technical wrestling, grappling, some brawling, some energy drinks, a lot of emotion, a lot of drama, and a lot of fun. Some matches that I had that I really enjoyed were against Chris Brady at DOA. That was earlier this year, actually. It's crazy to think that all this energy drink sponsorship and stuff happened this year. You know, it feels like forever ago, but the match that I had that got me signed by Bang was against Chris Brady at DOA. I did a spot with the energy drink in the ring, and that went viral, and that's how I got signed. That's a match that if you want to see, it's got cool wrestling, bunch of friggin' crazy moves that fans love to see, some drama, and then eventually the drink spot, which went crazy. And then the New Japan match I had, that's pretty much one of my favorite matches I've ever had. You could see everything in that match. You could see every aspect of wrestling in that. I feel like every type of, not everyone, but like there's some lucha, there's some technical wrestling, there's some grappling, there's storytelling, and again, the energy drink at the end to top it off. So that's what you could expect a lot from me. Some matches I don't always use the drink, and I think it's good. It's good because I want to show people and show fans that I'm not reliant on the energy drink, but a lot of the time I like to have the drink with me some way or another, or my entrance, you know.
Yo, this has been amazing, dude. I feel like your energy is so infectious. I feel like so many people are gonna watch this and be like, yo, I want to like run up a wall just hearing Vinny talk. They're like, this is cool. I love it. I love it.
I hope.
Of course, man. Where can they follow on social media if they're not already following you?
Vinny Pacifico 1 is my Twitter. My Instagram is Vinny Pacifico. And my Facebook is not as fun because it's more personal, but I still have post wrestling stuff. Vinny Pacifico on Facebook. And I just made TikTok like last week. Vinny Pacifico TikTok.
There we go, man. Roll plug it all. Dude,
hell yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, man. This is cool. Now, I'm so happy to finally get to talk to you, man. Guys, this is Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm. This is Vinny Pacifico. We're going to link all this stuff down below so you can follow him, see the journey, enjoy the journey, get some G Fuel, drink that G Fuel, run through a wall, run up a tree, hug an elephant, do something today. And guys,
pet tiger.
Pet a tiger. I mean, don't get hurt, but pet if you want to. And we're out.